We'll start with the ringtone. Let's go back to note preps. Sharon says.
You have notes?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Thank you, Moses.
Wow.
Very much.
Get notes.
Moses Owena. You know how lucky you are that your podcast is set up by a very, very talented guy like him.
Oh.
Like everyone else here.
I'm honored. I'm very, very honored. Like, how dare I be in the presence of these people?
Exactly. Tell me about yourself, though. Let's start there.
Let me see. I'd like to think of myself as an experience. If you have a bucket list, there's things you want to do on your bucket list. Like, I have to at least maybe go skydiving. I think everyone needs to experience Sharon in their life. So I think of myself as an experience.
Everyone needs to experience Sharon.
You need to experience Sharon.
What's the experience like?
Good energy, good vibes, lots of love. I'm a lover. A lot of support, I think. That just.
How do you mean? Like, I want you to give me like depth into some of these things you're saying, so that they just don't.
Well, my point of love, from when I say love, like, I'm going to give you 100%, be it family, friendships, relationships. I don't know how to do 50% when, I meet someone and we become friends. I'm going to love you 100%. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine yesterday. She just randomly sent me a message. She's like, I know we just met this year, but I love you so much. Thank you for being there. And I was like, oh, who's cutting onions? So you're going to feel all the love. It's support. If you need support, I'm going to be there. If you need vibes, energy, I am there.
What is like your purpose in life?
To be happy, to love people, to make money.
Purpose? Like
it's a purpose.
Making money for yourself.
Yes. To be happy, most importantly, like if you're not happy, that's something that I want for everyone. There's just so much good that happiness brings into someone's life.
How would you define happiness for yourself? What do you define as happiness?
That's a very difficult question. Seeing as I'm always okay. Part of happiness for me is peace of mind. That is very, very important. This is actually a very tricky question. Seeing as I'm always it is very weird, but I'm always happy. Sometimes I'll stop a border man and I'm talking to him very happily. He's like, hey, go senyu. And I'm like, I'm not carrying all of the world's problems, so I can be happy.
Maybe you're hiding a lot in your own problems. Have you thought about it in that way?
I don't think so.
Have you seen how recently, who's this other guy that is comedian?
Which?
There's a comedian that committed suicide.
The dancer. What?
The dancer? No.
The one that used to work with Ellen?
The producer. That's a producer, but also a dancer, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, when you found happiness, because you see, in my understanding, it's a bit unreal. Yeah, It's just a moment. You can only get happiness in a moment. You can't convince yourself that you're going to be happy for the rest of the day. No single day can happen, and that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suffering is like the core of it all. are molded. When you look at all the teachings, we are molded to live through suffering. Like if you can live through suffering, then you can then get to a point where you can define happiness. Yeah. So, but when you bring it in that perspective, I think of someone like him who people thought was producing a really happy show.
Yeah.
And he was really producing a happy show. He was a dancer. When you're a dancer, you're an entertainer. But at the back of it all, you are dealing through so much. And I'm bringing this specifically because yesterday when I met you in the bar, in 5 minutes, I'd felt like I'd known so much.
Yeah.
Yeah? And in that perspective, I felt like this is something we should talk about. Like how aren't you just putting on a mask?
No, I actually break down. Like, I'm a normal person. But
You're not a god.
Okay. No, I'm extraordinary. But I also break down. But when that happens, I have two options. Sometimes I just want to be by myself, reset, deal with whatever I'm going through. Or I will reach out to my friends and be like, guys, this is happening and I need you guys to be there for me. So yeah, I definitely have moments as well, but it all comes down to how you deal with it. And I have a very good support system, and they've really helped me a lot this year.
How old are you?
27.
Got married at what age?
At 25.
Left at 26.
No, left this year. I turned 27 this year, so I left this year.
Like officially left or left in your mind?
Left. Actually,
when you go to church, you sign. When you get married, it's just not about you and your husband.
Yes. Yes, when I left, I called our parents. I'm like, this has happened, and yeah, I don't think there's any way for us to move forward. So yeah, technically I'm separated.
Is this something you want to talk about though?
I don't. Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Like the top layer. Yeah. So it was actually a very difficult time, but I have a good support system, and they really helped me deal. January and February were really, really messy, but yeah, now I'm in a very good place. I'd like to think. Actually, I know I'm in a good place.
Tell me about business.
So I have two businesses. I have a hair and skincare company called Kissa Organics. Then I have my second one is called the Shoe Parlor. It sells women's shoes, all women's shoes, sneakers, heels. I started Kissa Organics started as Kissa Hair Care because I was doing hair products mostly. But this year I decided to expand to skincare as well. So I had to rebrand to Kissa Organics so that I'm not those people calling it Kissa Hair Care and I'm also selling skin products.
So you're strictly doing skin product?
No, I started it as hair care. Now I've expanded to skincare as well. So I'm working on body butters, scrubs, and I do everything myself. That's actually how it started.
You're a chemist?
No, I use natural products, so...
Yeah, but process of...
But
I've tried to make soap before in my life. I have a friend of mine. We used to make soap, I think. Chris. Yeah, so...
Hi, Chris.
We used to make a lot of soap. And the process, you have to understand...
Yeah.
Literally every other chemical you're using. So for you, how do you come up with a skincare product?
I definitely had to do a lot of research, but then since I use butters, it's definitely just mixing different butters, so it's all natural. I don't have to add like new chemicals. I could literally just put shea butter and mango butter together, but it comes down to what quantities are going to make a good blend. So you have to make a lot of research.
How long have you been doing this?
I started it in 2019, actually, in 2019. And then I went ahead. So the skincare is starting this year. I'm working on the product, so they'll officially be on the market next year. And yeah, the shoes, I ship them in, and then people order and I make deliveries. So they're all online businesses. So I'm able to do other things in the night. We're chasing the paper
In the night.
A
lot happens in the night.
I sound like I sell myself.
I think everybody sells themselves.
No, definitely. But you know what I mean.
Do you sell yourself?
I think we all sell ourselves in a way. Even just going to, like, having a job, is selling yourself in itself. Because you're getting paid for a skill you're offering.
Service.
Yeah. So, but I meant like standing on that street, that street. Mark knows that street.
I don't know the street. I need her to give me more details of what she's speaking
But
about.
you know that street.
But tell me about your nightlife though. Like, how do you blend in? Like, did this affect... Do you really believe like the normal standards of like how we're brought up? Mm-hmm. You really cannot have an active nightlife and then have an active family life. Don't you believe that this is one of the things you got married and out because you failed to balance?
Actually, I started emceeing. I talk about emceeing on nightlife overall.
Nightlife overall, the party life. Like, tell me about it. Is it you, like, everyone goes out. Like, tell me about that. Like, give me some relationship advice.
From what perspective?
You've been there, married. And you've decided to leave. That's deep.
But actually, I didn't really have an active nightlife at the time. Because, when you go to the bar, you're meeting many people, and then, men are hitting on you, and they all, like, dance with me, and you're like, I'm better off staying home. Or so you find yourself maybe going out once a week, or just having, like, day drinking plans with your friends. And actually, so it's funny because I keep meeting people, and they're like, why am I just meeting you now? I'm like, well, I was like being married. You have to put some kind of respect. I'd like to call it respect, because in this Kampala, like, someone is going to be like, man, you're married. It's kawa. No, someone actually once told me, I can be your Thursday guy. Like,
would you? When you look at the grand scope of things, though, do you believe in you can only share love with only one person?
I think so. You will probably last over other people.
Don't you think would survive better in a polygamous society where people like embrace it?
I have a friend that would be happy that you said that.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, me I'm poly. And I respect that. I'm like, it's better someone knows that, hey, I'm not going to be with just you.
How many, in this 1 year, how many male friends of yours have you had sex with just for fun? Quite a number. See?
No!
You're pulling it.
I was just trying to think. I was like, no.
No, but see, the fact that you had that number in your mind, goes to show you that you can spread love to more than one person.
I mean, I keep this thing my friends keep saying. They're like, you can have over 8 guys hitting on you in a bar and they'll all get the same love and attention. No one will feel
at the
left
same time
out.
in the bar.
Scrap that.
Is that how it works? Like
No, not really.
Guys? Yeah, but
not be. No, it's you end up in a place. Let's say you go to Kosh on a Friday. It's very many people go there, so you're going to meet like there are different tables. It's not like you call them and you're like, come here. It's just like, oh, good to see you. It's been long. And you're like, do a Kaliko dance. What? And then you're like, okay, bye.
Then you go to another nigga.
Then
I see what you're doing. This is why you have a very active lifestyle. Hey! Tell me about Uganda's nightlife.
I have an active lifestyle.
This is what you do. You're an MC.
I used to host nights with some friends. So I ended up meeting so many people. That's why people keep saying, way too many people. It's because I used to host nights, so I kept meeting different people. And yes, that's why I know so many people. And then I went ahead to start emceeing. And how I started is very... You saw me yesterday making noise.
No.
You didn't see me making noise. Oh yes, I just had a chat with you. But I'm always making noise.
Why are you always making noise? Is it a way you
That is fun? My idea of having fun. I'll be like, woo, and hype everyone around. Those people that are always shouting, hey, that is me. And since I have so many DJ friends, sometimes I end up in the booth and I'm making noise. So one day someone approached me and they're like, oh, I have an MC gig that I think you'd be good for. And I was like, and it was good money, but I was not ready at that time. If you go into something when you're not ready.
This empty thing in the bars, tell me how it works. When I sit down and I'm in that bar, I'm drinking my beer. I'm drinking, say, Guinness. I don't want to talk about them because they don't give me money on the podcast. So
yeah, man.
Probably if they listen to this, man, they will think about it. Yeah, but say I'm in the bar drinking Guinness because that's what I drink actually. And they're playing my favorite song. And then you as the MC come and shout through my song. I start to feel like I'm not supposed to be in that place.
Yeah.
I get nagged. So what exactly is your purpose in the hype? What exactly is the purpose of hype? Make me understand it. Why is it relevant?
I think of it as an art. Have you been to the bar and there's people that will literally pause the music to talk through why? Even I am like, no, Tuchkola. Because I think it's an art. Because if you've been to Hype Man Paul's sets, you're going to have a good time.
No, it's in your mind. He's your friend.
No.
I probably don't have a good time when I listen. I'm saying if they're playing music, yeah? If you're playing...
Are you saying you do not like MCs?
It's not like I don't like them. I'm saying their purpose in a bar where there's already music playing is... I find them more irritating to me. Yeah? More irritating. And this is potato. People feel differently about different things. So, I find them more irritating than useful to my nightlife experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. But since you're an MC, you can help me understand that.
I'll do you one better. I want you to come to my next gig. so you can experience Shaz. So what I did that.
I got confused from I want you to come to my next gig.
Boss.
To all that.
Yeah, you should.
But you can't explain the purpose of hype in like a song, right? Like it's not like you can't explain it. Like for you, you think it should happen, and I've also seen it on the timeline. I've seen people talk about this. This is why I brought it up. In this conversation. Yeah. I've seen people say, like, "Hey, like it's a frustration. It needs to be addressed. Like, why are you stopping the music?"
No, that's why.
Maybe if it's a DJ doing it and they know the rhythm themselves.
That's why I was like, you can't actually stop the song to talk through it. That's what I was like, to call it.
So for you, talk through the song.
I don't even talk through the song. I will shout through the song. But again, come to my next gig.
And I experienced that first then.
Yes. Then we can.
What has been your best concert this year? Have you attended all?
I've been to so many.
Tell me about your experiences in the concerts. Tell me about Ugandan concerts.
I've been to so many.
I think I want to go into Blankets and Wine.
I think there's because now at cricket we haven't yet figured out how to. I don't know what the word is, but when you're at cricket oval, say okay, the VIP they'll give you could be just giving you the chairs, right? You know, they'll give you the chairs, but as the night goes...
All the times I've been at cricket over on VIP, I've not been given a chair, and I've never paid for anything less.
Yeah, no, like you buy... I think they buy them.
After I pay on interest, I still buy a chair.
I think. I never... Because me, I never...
Okay.
So, but with time, as the night goes, the chairs disappear, and you're also standing, like the people in ordinary. So... Me, when I go, I will have a good time, 100%. And I be at the front like this and shouting.
Where the cameras are?
No, where I can record properly.
Okay. We'll talk about that. How do you experience fun at a party while you're recording the party for the rest of the world to see it?
What I will do is... So what I normally do, I'll probably record for like 10 seconds, then put the phone down. Because a song is like what? 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll give them my like 10 to 20 seconds, put the phone down, and then I'm like, I'll be fangirling. Then after another song, people keep telling me that I've attended concerts on my Snapchat.
So... Okay, that's fun. At least you do some sort of Jesus work for the rest of us, right?
Thank you. And I don't even shake. You know, when someone records something, like jumping, and you're like, you're like, choose. You either want us to view the snap or like, so I'll be like,
I think you should come and kickstart your career as a video editor.
Ooh.
So you can play around with a gimbal. Stability.
I could try. Really.
How do you yourself, like, what are you into this for? Are you, in terms of the nightlife comes with a lot of content creation. This is what I was telling you yesterday in the bar. It comes with, to like, do you want to brand yourself like as an influencer? Is this the end goal for you? Do you see yourself as that who's creating content by connecting through all your different networks?
I think at the end of the day, if you round it up, it just becomes that, an influencer. Because I will create content, I will post for my people, like, because, you know, people are always asking me on the timeline, oh, where you are today? I'm like, oh, I'm going to be here with so-and-so, with so-and-so, because, like, these are my people. I want, you know, obviously, the more people come, the better, right? So, yeah, I'll be like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be at Thrones with Linda and Cass Baby and Esa. Yeah.
Creating the FOMO.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I'm not even getting paid for this shit. I'm just...
What's the financial plus of the nightlife?
Since now I'm emceeing, because I'm going to charge per hour of my time.
What's your rate card?
For now, it is 150 per hour. For now, since I've just started. But guys, book me while I'm still...
How effective is this? Like, how many gigs do you then have to do this full time, or you have to back it up with like a day job? And which day job comes when you sleep?
Since I have two businesses, remember I have two businesses, and they're all online based. So by the time I go out, I know what deliveries have to be made tomorrow. I know, so I'll leave when I've pre-packed everything, contact attached. Once I go back home, I will maybe set an alarm, call my border guy, come and make these deliveries. So it balances each other out. Because yes, even if I go out till like say 2 a.m., I'll go back home, be up by 7, 8, send out the deliveries. And
do you ever believe if Bobby Wine had become president, would have a better Uganda?
I'm not very political.
Do you ever believe?
I really sit and mind my own business.
What do you think about government?
I'm just like...
And governance? You don't have an opinion on
government? I'm like... I'm just going to sit here and take my shots. You guys govern us. No, I did not. I didn't have a national ID at the time. So, I did not vote. I did not vote.
Will you vote?
Will I vote the next elections? I could.
When stand for president?
Hey, I'll be your what? Your hype woman.
Remember, you're not political, so...
Just for you, Mark. Just for you.
Let's see. Okay, but I'm actually serious about it.
I'll be your MC.
When are we going again? I think I'm going to make my first bid on presidency in 2026. That's when I do. Yeah. Then I'll probably fail.
Katumba, oye.
I'll come back.
Where did he even go, man? The guy, he just came, caused chaos and left.
He didn't cause no chaos. He stood. He had the balls to stand. See, for you're not even worried about the political state of your country.
Cause where I am now, I'm like, what more can we do? Like, the man is there. He's there. What more can we do? we should stage a kuya.
That's a very good start.
Where I'm right now, I'm like, some things are just beyond, like...
Anyway, back to, like, the solid part of the conversation.
Yes.
You balancing two businesses with a nightlife, yeah, comes with some sense of discipline. What are, like, your values in life? Like, how do you make this discipline your habit?
That's, as I had said, if by the time I leave home, because I tell people deliveries stop at 5. So if you're going to make an order, like, you know you're going to have to get it the following day. So I need to know, before I leave home, I've like pre-packed everything, and I will go out, MC and whatnot, have a good time, then go back home, because I love to, since I used to host, I know how to be polite to customers. I'm just like, I'm just like very nice to them. They're like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're such a nice person. And I used to even usher at a point, guy. But this was when I was at campus, so we were like that small money.
Do you believe you're a nice person when people tell you you're such a nice person?
I'd like to think so.
Why?
So sad. I think they think I am nice, cause I think I'm polite. I think, and I do very very nice things for people. I'm thoughtful. You see, I'm going to spend time with you, and then I'll be like, oh, Mark likes black shirts. So the next time I'm like shopping, I'll be like, let me get you a black shirt. It's an example, man. Work with me here.
Yeah, I'm working with you, but like the chances of that happening randomly when you met someone, what are the chances?
Oh no, I actually do that. if we become friends, I'm going to be like, oh.
So you value your friendships?
Yeah, 1,000%. That's why I was telling you, once you're my people, I'm going to give you like 100% because I don't know how to do half-assed things. I know how to do half-assed things, so I'm either in or not in. And this applies to everything I do. Business, family, relationships, friendships. Because why are you giving someone 50%? Just like chill. I was telling Moses that right now I can't be in a relationship per se, because I wouldn't give you 100%. So I'd rather not engage than and me, I'll be like, no, I'm just going to waste your time. I'm just going to waste your time. Just find someone that is less, because I know I'm not going to give.
Where is your mind space right now? What do you think about marriage now that you are in and left? Like, how would you advise your female friends or us, like any other people that listen to the podcast?
I wouldn't stop anyone from getting married if they wanted to. I would actually advise them to, because if you're happy, if that's what you want, because this is a conversation you're supposed to have. Because some people are like, no, I'd rather we just, cohabit and carry on with life. Because everyone has a different perspective. So it all comes down to who you're dealing with. Some people's mindset is, if you don't marry me, we are not together. Others are like, as long as we are together, it's okay. So it all comes down to which of the two you're dealing with. Because I have a friend. She has been with this man for I think 9 years. They stay together. They have kids. She had wanted marriage for the longest time, and then quite recently she's like, man, I've given up. Like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. And I'm like, but either way, are you not happy? Like, do you think the marriage is going to seal what you have?
What do you define as marriage in this case? Is it the wedding day?
Yeah.
The days, the events?
Yeah.
Isn't that so shallow to think of it like that? Because those are days I can recreate in like a day. Like I can get money from a bank, call my boys up, and
like you guys, there's a surprise party this side.
That can happen, right? There has to be deeper than that. It has to.
That's why I'm like, everyone has this was like there's two types of people.
For you, what are your values? What are you always looking out for in a partner?
Communication and comprehension. Because you can communicate and someone won't understand. I could tell you, I will communicate and I'm like, this is my favorite cup. But if you don't comprehend what I'm telling you, next thing we know, you're bringing something else. And I'm like, but this is not my favorite. Or I tell you the way you talked to me was disrespectful. So you either choose to say, I'm sorry, I'll do better, or you're like, what you gonna do about it? So it's communication that comes with comprehension is definitely one of the things for me. I love respect. I love respect. Because if you're not respecting your partner, then... Wait, can I curse?
Yeah.
On this show?
It's true.
I realize I've been saying words and I'm like, wait, are they going to be censored?
Free speech, one of the things I believe in personally is people must say what they have to say.
Fuck.
If that's how you feel, like it's a feeling. Most of how we express ourselves. No, of course, no hate speech. Just give me a minute.
Okay, no worries. Push harder. You're almost there now.
What do you think about climate change?
In what sense? Like just
climate change. Do you feel like the earth is going to get extinct because the carbon layer is rising?
I always feel like it will, but we won't be there for it. Like maybe much later. Because there's a lot that has been happening lately. You've seen how December is normally like a hot month, and right now all it has done is rain.
Yeah.
So
does that scare you? Do you feel like there's some significant difference? Does it affect your life in some sense?
No. I'd like to think that I really believe in the universe. Okay, manifestation. So I'm always like, if it's happening, there's always a reason why. Because now if I'm home and then it's raining and I'm supposed to go somewhere, I'm like, maybe the universe is telling me to stay home. But I definitely think we could go extinct with the heat these days, and I'm sure it's just getting hotter from like moving forward. But we won't be here for it.
Social media.
Sorry?
Tell me about social media, social media life. How do you relate to that? How do you take in feedback? You seem like a very happy soul. Like, are you putting up a show? Are you living a facet of life on there? Tell me about it. Tell me what it means to you.
My social media, the person you see on social media is the person you meet in real life. And people actually keep asking me, like they DM me, they're like, the way you are.
You lost your account?
And I got it back. There was something with the authentication. I don't know. So after some time, it finally worked. I was like, was that so hard? But yes, I got back, and immediately I did. I was just like, causes chaos. Everyone's causing chaos on the timeline. So people DM me, they're like, is this how you are in real life?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So the person you see, like all the shit I talk on the timeline is me. Like, I wake up and have the most random thought, and I'll just put it in writing and
just thoughts.
Just thoughts.
You don't live that life.
I live it. That's why I think it. Because I could be on a bike and I see something.
You thought good.
Hi.
It's on your timeline.
If I can neither deny or confirm, because people will be sliding in my DMs, I don't want.
Let's go back.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yeah, so just conversations I have with people or an experience, because I could be on a border and this guy tells me the most random thing and I'll be like, because yesterday my border guy was telling me how he's tired of love. He's like, man, I go love. I was like, you and me both, mom. So just like tweeted about it, what he had said, and it's just things that happen in my day-to-day life, actually. That thoughts, conversations, that's really it. But I have very chaotic people in my life.
What do you think about Elon Musk taking over the platform?
It's been going. Do not deactivate my Twitter account, but it's been hectic. Because in fact, That's why I'm like, man, my two-factor authentication, like, I almost lost my account thanks to him. Yet it has been steady like all the years, right? And
maybe you are not given enough information and you're almost like a bot. It's possible. And
there's no a bot has the tweets like I tweet.
A bot can tweet anything. AI right now, it can read through your thoughts by just the amount of information you already give to your phone. You literally accept every terms of service.
I actually forget that part, man.
So the phone understands you almost to a level that you understand yourself. This is why it's in position to advertise to you exactly what you want at a given time.
I think I liked Twitter before Elon. It's been...
Is it just a feeling or you can like really
crazy
put to it like there's a difference? Minus just you not being tech savvy enough to provide it with enough information to authenticate you.
But I had previous times it had worked. So
yeah, like they were not strict. The guys were playing. Now strict guy who knows where his money is at needs to fetch out the bot scam.
Just last week I had signed into it. And then this week, it's like, no thanks.
Is that the only issue you've had with Twitter?
Actually, yeah, I really don't have a problem with it. As long as you keep me logged in, that's all I need. I can go and banter and cause chaos and go back to my bed after. I will literally drop a bomb and then like go and sleep. I'm like, ooh.
Do you get happiness from that?
Yes. It makes
like from the chaos?
Yes. I've actually made so many friends from all that chaos. That's why I'm like, the people I have now are very chaotic people. And I'm always happy to meet people. So I'm like, hey, who is that maybe Kinka Funda or nearby, and we link. And someone's like, oh, let me come through. And we end up being friends. Like, I've made so many friends from the time, and they're all very good people. I mean,
you've never met bad people.
I really go with energy. Like I really fuck with energy. So if we can't even hold a conversation, I'm like, no. Also, it's not like I'm there and I'm like. But what's the definition of bad people, though?
Bad. I don't even believe there's bad or good in people. At the core of it all, we are.
But either way, if we meet and then we don't vibe, it's also okay. I'd be like, I guess it didn't work out, and we probably won't exchange numbers. But if I like you, I might be like, ooh, we need to hang out more.
So, I've been podcasting for now like 2 years, yeah?
Oh.
So I've produced about 105. 105. Oh, you did your research. Mm-hmm. What has been your favorite podcast?
Will it be favoritism if I say Joshua? Because I love Joshua.
Joshua, okay.
I'm playing favorites.
I don't know. I don't know who else you love.
Let's see. I loved other myths and Albert's. But again, I feel like I'm playing favoritism since I know these people.
Because Albert is your gig plug.
No, he's just like an acquaintance. He's not my gig plug. And I keep telling him, guys, some gig. Yes, he's actually one of the people I met off Twitter. Mm-hmm. He's friends with some friends I made off Twitter, so I met him through that. And then we hang out occasionally. That's why I say acquaintance.
So, in those 105 episodes we produced, we've spoken to, of course there are episodes we've kept back. Some that not been, like Sotribax's episode was not published officially.
Why?
Phoebe Ashley's.
See, that Sotrix is also those people I've met off the timeline, and we've become.
Sometimes the things we say before we publish, we go back, listen to them, and we're like, okay, we don't want the whole world to know about this.
You
so it
edit
could die,
it.
sound. Then that's the thing. We don't want to kill the conversations. Yeah, the nature of the thing we're doing is we're having sit-down conversations with friends. Like, you could randomly talk stuff. This is why whatever I could sense makes you a bit uncomfortable, I jump away from it and get into something else. Because this is how I talk to Alex. Yeah. Alex.
Hi, Alex.
This is how I talk to Escobar. This is how I talk to you. So, but you know I've met people.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a conversation we're supposed to have that we're not having? Or people like to refer to these conversations as interviews, where they feel like it should be about asking questions. But it shouldn't. But if you still have questions, you did your research very well with this podcast. Let me be the guest in this part.
Okay. First, tell me about yourself. You have to.
You know about me.
No, I don't know you. I don't know about you.
I have a 9-inch dick.
Hey! Boss. Alright, so are you seeing anyone? What's your view on relationships?
The dope is good to love. Yeah, it's it.
So,
I like people who are
this is a shower Pro Max, man. This is giving Malaya Pro Max.
How? It's good to love.
Yes.
Yeah, spread love.
They have a lot of love to give. That's Malaya. So again, are you seeing anyone? Are you seeing anyone? I feel like you need to be on those. I feel like you need to be on
I'm
those.
not seeing anyone. When I look through this, I see
fucking
Alex.
shit.
I see Escobar. I see.
Are you in a relationship with anyone at the moment?
Yes.
Cue sound of crickets.
Yes.
Are you happy?
Yes.
With your relationship?
Yes.
You might be there talking about I'm in a relationship with God, by the way. No. You might be those people.
You see, the whole conversation of relationship is big. People like to claim, where is my dog? Somewhere outside.
Chester.
So because I could equally get companionship from Chester, see way of lifestyle, stay around here together. No, it doesn't disturb my peace. I could define that as a relationship.
Aish. Very dodgy.
No, that's a
very
answer.
dodgy.
But like to the basics of it all, am I occasionally sharing my bed with another woman? With a woman? No.
Occasionally?
Isn't it what they do? Like, occasionally, that's the whole point of the relationship. Like, fight until you go in bed. Then smile. Then fight until you go in. Then oppose each other's opinions. And then you go in bed. Like.
I just might get into a relationship with you as well because there's a lot of going to bed. Okay, what's a normal day like for you?
Work, mostly.
How do you start your day?
I work out and smoke weed for a big percentage of the morning. Then a big percentage of the day. Yeah.
Smoke some more weed.
Yeah, really.
I normally start my day off.
Don't do my work, yeah? Like my work. I don't think if I explain the basics of my work, it would make any sense. Yeah, but then I report to work. I have bosses. I report to. This is a whole production house.
Kudos.
Things. Yeah.
I start my day off with like a playlist of like some of my favorite songs because it puts me in
sometimes
a good,
no, but I listen to more podcasts than I listen to music.
I love music.
I've listened to a lot of music all my life. And music is great. You can't survive without music. But I listen to more podcasts than I listen to music. And now, since that's my question, and I'm giving you the answers, let me just now make it broad. So I listened to Lexi Fridman's podcast, mostly. Some bit of Joe Rogan in there, mostly. Then Rick Rubin. These are all white people, meanwhile. So I also listened to The Great CEO, I think. I don't know if that's the title of the podcast. So my mornings switch between that. Then I get into the day. Smoke some weed, get into like drink some tea, work out, smoke some weed again, do my work. Yeah.
Can this be the podcast of you smoking weed?
Yeah. Do you smoke weed?
No. I was asking because I was like, I would love for it to be there. I occasionally, but from home, because it's the only thing that like calms me down. I have so much energy. It's the only thing that calms me down. So I can't be smoking when I'm out. So if I'm smoking it, I'm doing it from home and just chill.
Do you smoke it to just really calm down? Like you feel like it's when you're hyper, the marijuana then calms you down.
Yeah, I have so much energy.
Does it make you horny? Do you feel like you have to have sex?
No. Okay. It's not like my energy comes with like I need to ride and get exhausted. It's just, it is how I have ended up on the MC journey because I have so much energy around me and people keep trying to like join. They're like, oh, can we also dance with you because you're having a good time? Like I could go out and I'm not drinking and I'll have more fun than the people that are drinking.
How do you weigh the fun that you're having more fun than me? Guys are popping pillies, you do not know what's going on in their mind, so you can't really know.
Because they will actually say it. Yeah, like, you're not even drinking and having more fun than me. I'm like, fall in, dance. It's that easy for me. Like, and my friends are always like, I have a friend that calls me Energizer because it's like, always have energy. I don't know why. So if I'm home and like I just want to calm down, I'll smoke some weed, watch an anime. Have watched animes when you're high. It's good.
Okay.
Do you watch animes?
Yeah, quite a bunch. But my time is really divided a lot into my work, so I do watch when I get some free time, but yeah.
So you don't have typical hours? Because, okay, I mean, you could even be working at 11 p.m.
I value my sleep a lot, but then I also value my friendships a lot. So I try to balance that in between. I am about 28 years right now, so that age I'm going out with a lot of my friends. So the times I'm not going out, I cover them up by sleeping a lot so that I go out if I'm not working. But my normal specific day stays the same. Wake up, work out, smoke some weed,
drink tea,
work.
That is very particular.
Yeah.
I don't have a very fixed schedule. I'm always like...
Because you're an entrepreneur. How is that treating you in the country?
It's good because...
Is there like hope? Do you feel like if I keep doing this, I'll break even as an individual? I'll have some sense of financial freedom?
Because... So for Kissa Organics, I make everything myself. So that one definitely needs to put in a lot of money. So at least I find that the other business actually helps finance this one if it's lacking a bit, because I have to stock up, butters, oils, and that's something you have to do once, so that when everything is getting done, at least you know it's easy to measure once you have large quantities. So yeah, the shoe parlor tries to even out Kissa Organics if she needs money. It's working, especially for the shoes, because women love shoes. You should literally buy one pair of shoes in different colors. Guys love shoes, but then they'll buy like one pair and wear it for like 3 months, then get another pair after.
I think you know broke guys.
No, I know guys that buy shoes every weekend, but but business wise, it's a bit.
No, it's just that guys' shoes are expensive, and women's stuff is really cheap. Yeah, 15 bob.
What shoes are you buying at 15
That's it. That's a price. Let me tell you something. I've been in the downtown business for some time as well. Like 15 bob could be a whole outfit for women.
Ah, boss.
That's it. Okay, 35 bob. 35 bob.
A whole outfit from head to
50
toe.
50 bob shoes, head to toe. Maybe 100 bob plus hair.
Boss, what do you mean 100 bob plus hair?
Women's clothes.
What hair is this for 50K?
Do you have the Jumia app? We can do a quick. I like to. The other thing about this podcast is they encourage us to like really speak more with data. So if you go to Jumia and we check women's stuff pricing and we compare it to men's stuff, you're going to find tops, women, 10 bob. Like at 15 bob, you can be in the bar and you're the hottest person in the bar.
At 15 bob?
At 15 bob.
You guy, no.
And you're chilling.
Can't be.
You're slowing, you're finishing the whole place. But a man, the shoes alone, the jeans.
I cannot. I
don't have like the Jumia mode. Jumia has like different sellers, right? So they have different stuff. But you'll find women's stuff really priced. Yeah, time I was in a really committed relationship, I used to buy for my girlfriend stuff. So I know that it's really, really cheap.
Huh. So you rather buy her cheap shit?
It's being her stuff because it's on the market.
Hey.
It's the price on the market.
And I mean also as long as she doesn't know and it's looking cool.
No, she knew. She knew that her expenditure was as cheap as that. There's nothing to hide about it. It's what's on the market. It's what the girls put on.
A pair of jeans starts from like 30K. Hair is like 100K.
Pair of jeans?
Yes.
Pair of jeans is like what? 20 bob.
I get my jeans at 30K.
20. Give me 20 bob. I get you jeans.
You went downtown?
No, not downtown. Real authentic jeans. Wherever. Even the guys who sell in these boutiques get all their clothes from downtown. You know, it's a business of marketing. How you brand yourself and present yourself is how you. Yeah. In my other life, before you're still asking questions. I don't know why. When you told me to tell you about myself, I forgot to tell you. I'm actually a salesman. That's what I really do with my life. So, besides all this, so the basics of selling are just that a presentation. Yeah, we both could be selling this house, and we could meet different people and sell to them different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just about selling.
So I can come for sales tips from you.
We can get the tips anytime. Are you trying to sell anything?
Just like in case I need tips. Like, if the time comes, I can get tips.
What's going on in your mind?
Nothing.
Okay, let's
Nothing.
The conversation. Remember, it's here.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, where were we? Where were we? I'm done laughing.
I was telling you about me being a salesman.
Yes. Wait.
Point of presentation. Yeah.
Of course, presentation is like a major.
Would you act porn?
Is it paying well?
I think it's producing only millionaires when you look at their rankings.
I think I would.
Do you think it's a decision you can just jump into like that?
No, you definitely have to give it some thought because you're exposing yourself, your body to random people.
No, porn is a very, very,
there's
very
going to
healthy
be
people.
I mean like the people watching. Like your video is going to be out there and some random person is watching it. So you definitely have to give it thought, but then can I wear a mask?
But Why? Why would you choose to wear
Because I'm shy. I'm very shy. So
if you're shy to that level, that means you'd say no to that. You'd be like, nah, I can't act.
you know, there's different genres of porn.
To you, it's about the money in life. How much you make out of it, right?
Of course.
Money is what
Of course. Imagine going. Actually, sometimes I was on a timeline and someone was I saw a tweet and someone was like, send videos, you know, like send your sex tips, and there were different lists. There's one for without your face showing this much, with your face showing this much, and I was like,
so the ones you have don't have your face showing, your sex tips don't have your face showing that much.
In this Kampala, you can't show your face.
Sure.
Next thing you know, you're on timeline and they're like, oh, nudes have leaked, sex tape leaked, and you're like, fuck, I had one job.
But by the time you record a sex tape, there's a big possibility of it leaking, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Your camera could be hacked.
Definitely. That's why I'm like, if you people are sending nudes, man, don't put your face. Just like.
Have you done a nude shoot before? A professional?
I actually have, because I used to model at a point. I used to model at a point. I used to model with Cavalli. My Instagram actually has a what? I had an interview with some site sometime. Yeah, I have modeled before, and
How was that? How is the modeling industry?
At the time, I don't know how it is now, but at the time it was definitely shit. I think the modeling industry in Uganda still has a lot of growing to do.
Like when you say shit, what do you mean?
Because before you even get somewhere, I even need connections first, I don't even know. But before you even get somewhere as a model in Uganda, it's... Because sometimes we'd get booked for runways, and then someone is like, no, so now we're giving you exposure, and you know, and you're like,
every single gig and job, like there's process. The lawyers complain that, hey, when we're beginning up, it's exposure. The doctors do the same thing. Like, you need to like earn some credibility for every level. Everywhere, a private companies, that's what it does. You start from some level.
But you're also putting
in the work, yes. Like
you're putting in the work, you're putting in the money.
Like how effort is remunerated in the country. That's like on a broader scope. Yeah. Look at a builder. Look at the guy who makes bricks. Every brick is about 250, 300 shillings, 400 shillings. But the man puts in the most effort in the chain. Yeah. But he's not rewarded that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that same concept applies to literally how everything works. The conversation is so big that it has to go back to the basics. Like how we reward effort does not, like how much effort you put into does not directly.
No, I definitely understand that, because sometimes because you try to build a portfolio. So if you're maybe trying to get booked for a gig, I'd like to think they would like to see your work. So you have to build a portfolio. You obviously have to invest in yourself, have photo shoots. And I get that part, but before a show, people normally have to go in, practice, do your work, see how you're going to turn, whatnot. So you're also putting in a lot, but then also I'm a very petite person. So am I petite? I don't think I'm petite. Okay, but I'm short. Hey. Yes, I'm a short person, and at the time, the industry was really focusing on like the taller
Yeah.
So it was also a bit difficult. Because you're like, I have everything. I can walk. I have the walk, and so runways were a bit difficult because someone was like, oh, we want someone that's 5'11", and you're like, damn it, I'm 5'4". So it was a bit difficult to book runways. So I think I did a few runways and did some photo shoots. But yes, I used to model. It was like 5-7 years ago.
So that experience made you come to a conclusion that it's a shitty industry. You wouldn't advise anyone to be in the same.
I would, if you have someone that is
like
looking out for you.
Management.
Yeah.
Is it what failed with you?
No, I actually had a manager, because I told her I used to work with an actual agency. But I don't know. I would advise people to do it if you get a manager that is going to look out for you.
You look like you've done so many things
I actually, like, now that I think about it, I've done so many things.
Did you have like some sense of direction while growing up, or you've just been hustling all on your own? Like some sort of career advice? Is it something that mattered to you?
My version of career advice has always been.
Now, what was your sense of direction also? Like, the question is aligned around that. Like, did you look out to be like, yo, I want to be a model, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an MC? Or you're just trying to find yourself in all these particles?
These are things I knew I could do. So also, but as you go along the way, you realize you're good at something. That is literally my career path. Realizing I'm good at something and then focusing on that. And then, because even to get to be an entrepreneur, even at campus, as I still had a business that I was running. That's how I was able to Yeah, so even at campus I had a business that I was running, and even when I'm working, because I've also I actually do administration if I'm working, but even when I'm working I always have a business on the side, because I always have something to fall back on. So if I'm there and I'm like, these guys are not even going to give me a raise or anything, bye. I really, you know how I told you I love respect. If your boss is not even going to respect, because I had a shitty boss sometime, and then I woke up and I was like, bye. I can't sign up for this shit. So I always have my business to fall back on.
That looks like a very easy decision to do. Yeah. And life is not about really making easy decisions. Yeah,
I try not to make life difficult for me.
That aspect and say, let me just walk out of this place because I feel I can and I can. But then when you think through it, is like I told you when I was starting the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Quite majorly, we live through life by suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like the concept is, if you understand how to suffer and deal with it, then you are living. So this includes dealing with inconveniences, of course. So
I should stay and suffer just because life must be suffered.
What's the end goal, though?
The end goal
because you can't avoid suffering. Everywhere you go, you're going to suffer.
100%. Yeah. But if you can avoid it, please do. Don't be suffering just because life should be suffered. If you can avoid the suffering, do it. Because sometimes someone was talking about if you can afford luxury in your life, do it. Like, if you can do something for yourself, do it. Don't wait for life to first beat you up before you take a leap to be comfortable. I've never liked suffering.
No one does.
I've never liked suffering.
It's just a part of us. It's what defines happiness.
That's why I'm like, if I have a chance to not suffer, I finna take it. Maybe if this is making me uncomfortable.
Life doesn't give you such a chance.
You have to create one. Create a chance to not suffer. It's like saying, let me see, what example can I give you? It's like, okay, say you're going for a concert, right? They're charging 10K, and then this side they're charging 20K. You have that extra 10K, maybe that 20K comes with something. If you're in the position to do that 20K, do it. Because
I could really be a Crayola fan. Like, sometimes when I pay for concerts, I pay where my friends are.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so
but
it doesn't matter.
That's the best example I could give at the moment. All I'm saying is, if you have an option where you can make your life easier, take it.
I agree.
Don't see it being uncomfortable just because. Like, I actually always keep saying I didn't come to suffer. Something's making me uncomfortable. That's also part of my that's why I love communication, because you never know you're making someone uncomfortable until they open up to you. Because I could be touching your hair, it's making you uncomfortable, but I don't know that, so I'm going to keep doing it. That's like, now you're just choosing to suffer, but you have the option of saying, I don't like it when you do that. It's that easy. So then I'll be like, oh, okay, I did not know. Because we are adults and we have a lot going on without having to read people's minds. And so no, if you have a chance to not suffer, take it.
Okay, I agree with you.
Because you're still there, and life can be taken away from you without your consent. Without your consent.
Do you think about your death?
No, but I know when I die, I'll say I've lived. So that's why whatever I do, like, I have to make sure it is on my terms.
Okay.
Like, am I happy about it? Is it giving me peace of mind? Because you'll be there worrying about what people are thinking, but what's that doing for you? Nothing. It's just you trying to please people that you don't even know, or they don't contribute to your health, like nothing. And as you're still doing that, life is taken away from you without your consent, because they're not going to ask for permission. It's just going to be like, well, let's go. And then what? You are trying not to go to a restaurant just because people would say something. But part of the reasons, okay, that there's a point where before I left, there's a whole, oh, what will people say, what? And I'm like, what
Before
will
you
they
left?
say? Yeah, before I left the marriage, so there's like a whole lot of, oh, what will people say? And I'm like, what will they say about what? They don't know what I've been through. I can't stay to be uncomfortable because people will talk. You're not paying my bills. You're not, like, you don't know anything. So you have talk your talk, but it's not taking anything from me. So every time I'm leaving, it's always on my terms, like living life. I'm like, make sure it is for you. So anytime you have a chance, choose yourself, always. Don't let people tell you who to be or who you are. Like, and that's the thing that like actually concerns people. Like, you don't give two shits what people say. I'm like, what's it going to do for me or to me? I don't know you like that. Or so. So yes, always choose you. Always.
Okay.
I feel like this has really taken you on because you've been struggling with something, have you?
No. I just decided to listen to you.
You're there realizing, man, I shouldn't be suffering like this. Severe
I
pain.
always choose me, really.
Do you? Yeah. You're here choosing suffering.
No, I just know I'm accustomed to the fact that life gives you that.
When life gives you lemons, you do what?
So, when you look at...
You cut the lemons and use them for tequila.
The only thing I get from life is just to treat everyone else like I would want to be treated, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, we're going to conclude by you, with you, still.
But so I think some people don't get that concept of treat people the way you'd want to be treated. Have you met those people that are rude to like waitresses? What?
Yeah,
Just cause.
human character.
And you're like, damn, man. This person probably also has a family. They have a life. Even if they're serving you, they're still.
But everyone can be rude. It's emotions. And so much of the decisions we make in our life are controlled by just emotions. So you still cannot judge someone who is rude in that moment. You do not know where the mask of that rudeness is coming from. And it's important to be kind. That is what we aim for.
Yeah.
But life is more like a process of learning. Yeah, gradually, every single day. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
There's being rude because, you know, maybe they've given you shitty service, but there's this type of people that just like look down on everyone. Haven't you met those people that ask what you do just so they can gauge how much respect they should give you?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the same.
Yeah, again, some people are not kind in that aspect. Again, what happens when you see a pedophile donate 400 million US dollars to babies who are fighting with heart diseases? How do you feel about the pedophile?
It's a tricky one.
See, that's how life is. There's a thin line between good and bad. So, when we call other people rude, most of that is just directly under the emotion in that time. And emotions come from people's experiences.
How do you deal with anger?
Anger? I don't know. When I look through patterns of how I've grown up, I'll tell you directly how I feel. I give you, because I don't look at myself like someone who holds any grudge with people. Yeah? I would love to tell you how I feel in the moment, then I get done with that, then we move into something else. But that's not how people in general welcome something like that.
Yeah.
People hold what you say to them. So dealing with that, now I have to watch what I say to people sometimes, because people, when they take in stuff, to some it's not just a one-day thing, and this has cost me greatly, by the way. So, again, directly how I deal with anger, the first thing I would do is smoke weed, calm down, then think.
Then think about how to deal with it.
Think about the situation. Think about myself in whatever has angered me's point. Like, why am I angry? But it's practice, yeah? This is something I do in practice mode. Yeah. Sometimes you'll get me emotionally off and I'll blow up. Other times, maybe I'll have the patience to wait through my thoughts and find out. So it's just really gradual process.
So you're not like a yeller?
Nah, but sometimes I can fight. You would anger me and I'll beat you up. It goes back to emotions.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. You put your workout to use.
Yeah.
Okay. But what do you work out when you work out?
Full body, my body physics.
Oh, same.
I stretch.
Occasionally box.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Do you want me to show you a video?
No.
Let me show you a video of me boxing.
A video is a one-time recording. Can even be enhanced.
But I said occasionally also.
Okay. But yeah, I believe you. For self-defense,
I find working out very therapeutic. To me, it feels like I'm just sweating out all like bad energy and whatnot. It's very therapeutic to me. So after every workout, I'm really, really happy. Also, boxing, no, it's just, See, you could be angry and you're like, oh, let me go to the gym and box. But no, it's just for pleasure. It's just I box for pleasure. It's not like once or twice in 2 weeks.
all right.
Yeah. It's not like I'm trying to beat up anyone.
Okay. This is like the last thing. What legacy are you trying to leave behind?
Woo! This is a good one.
Will you leave behind? Trying to leave behind, yeah? I think that's a fair question.
What legacy will I leave behind? Do I want to leave behind? I want to be. Let me see how to word this, because it will definitely be a badass legacy. Like, you guys won't even know what hit you. Since, like, right now I'm working on being a brand, so that in itself is going to be part of what I leave behind. She was a brand. I'm working on merchandise, so you should buy.
For your band.
Yes, I'm going to be a whole brand by the time I'm like, this. I need to give this some good thought. I've never thought about it.
That is for you to think about. Thank you for coming to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It was such an honor. Yes. Oh, you're willing to have me back?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Mark.